Hello everybody. In this video we're going to be solving vaccine from HackTheBox. So let's start. Here's my IP and I've done an nmap scan already. So we have three ports open: FTP, SSH and HTTP. So besides SSH and HTTP, what other service is hosted on this box? So it is FTP. This service can be configured to allow a login with any password for a specific username. What is a username? So if we know if FTP allows anonymous login, we can try that. So let me just try it. Anonymous, any password, and yeah, we are in. So I can try ls. We have one file here, backup.zip. I can download it, backup.zip, and exit it. So let me just see if we have ls. We have the backup.zip, so I can try to unzip it. Unzip backup.zip. It's asking for password. I don't know the password, so let me just leave blank. Okay, so backup.zip is asking us for password and we don't know the password. So now what I can do is I can use a tool called johntheripper to brute force the password. But anyways, we can look at the next question, which is this service can be configured to allow login with any password or any username. So it is anonymous, username is anonymous. What is the name of the file downloaded over this service? So it was backup.zip. What script comes with johntheripper toolset that and generates a hash from the password protected zip archive in a format to allow cracking attempts? So what it's requiring us to do is we need to use a utility which comes with johntheripper called zip2john. We need to use this to get a hash out of this zip file so we can crack it. So we can do zip2john backup.zip, and we can call it hash.txt or zip hash.txt. So zip I'm sorry, it is .zip, and yeah, so if I now cat zip hash.txt, we have this thing. I can use johntheripper to crack it, so I can just simply type john word list is equal to /user/share/word list let me just use raw q and zip hash.txt, and it already cracked it here. So I can use john, that's the show, zip hash.txt, and here it's showing as a password. So john format is something like this. It shows the file name first and then the password of it. So this password is required to unzip the zip file. So I can use backup.zip and enter that password here. So we are successfully unzip it. I can now go to okay, so here are the files we got index.php, style.css. so let me just get index.php because it seems interesting. And here we have another password and the username. So the username is admin and there is this password. So the password is the hash file, so we can use either hashcat to crack it. But before we use hashcat, we have a website called crackstation. We can use this website eventually to crack it. If this website don't crack it, you can then use something like hashcat. So yeah, this website cracked it, so it was MD5 hash, and this is my password. So we know from the nmap scan above this website is on port 80. So let me actually visit the port 80, the website now. So here it's asking for username password. So we know our username is admin and this is our password we just cracked. So let me just sign in there, and we are in the admin database portal now. We have nothing here, no button, but we have something here, search query. So if I just type xxx here, there's a query there, search is equal to xxx, and whenever I see something like input parameter, I immediately think of something like injection attacks. So eventually this has we can try SQL injection. So how to try it? We have a tool called SQL Map. It's downloaded on Kali Linux, Parrot OS, and any other fantastic Linux distribution. But if you don't have it, you can go from GitHub and download it. Anyways, we will be using this to enumerate SQL injection on this website. So let me just copy this link -u to specify a URL, and if I just type this here, it will not work. You will ask why, because SQL Map does not know how to log in. So in order to get to this admin dashboard, we had to log in before with the admin password. So what we can do here is we can check if we have cookies, and using those cookies we can log in. So here we have PHP session ID, so we can define a cookie here by --cookie and --cookie, and then PHP session. I'm sorry, I have to copy this. Let me just type this again. So SQL Map, wait, I have to type the whole thing again now. This is not funny. Here --COOKIE, and we got our cookie here. So let me just copy this. Let me just expand it. Cookie here is equal to the next value and this here. So I can press enter here, and there's no such option. I think I have the format wrong here. I didn't use SQL Map in a long time. I think there should be a space here, and yeah, it's checking for basically all the possible attacks here. So I will just type yes here, and I can wait for it to test. It's gonna test a lot of stuff automatically, so I don't have to do anything manually. It's a great tool, by the way. It's also telling us what it's testing right now. So it's trying a lot of payloads here, some SQL injection related stuff, and it will also tell us what types of payload and vulnerabilities can be found here. So here it tells me the get parameter search is vulnerable. Do you want to keep testing the others? So the search parameter here is vulnerable to SQL injection, is telling me, and what I can do basically with it. Okay, so there in SQL Map there is the option we can use to spawn a shell basically. So we know we have a search parameter vulnerable, so I will not test any other parameter. I'll just type no. I'll cancel the script eventually, and the script is exit. So now if I go back to my questions here, my next question is, which script come with John the Ripper toolset and generates a hash from the password protected zip archive to format for cracking attempts? It is zip to John. What is the password for the admin user on the website? So it was QWERTY 87789. What option can be passed to SQL Map to try get the command execution via SQL injection? So yeah, this was the option I was telling you about. So with SQL Map, there is an option which is called --OS shell we can use to basically get a reverse shell. So this is --OS shell. So anyways, we got the reverse shell here, and now this is not the very stable reverse shell, I would say. So in order to get a stable reverse shell, we can basically spawn a reverse shell here. So let me just go to refshells.com and get my IP, get my port 66666, and let me just nc lnvp 66666. It's listening now. So what I can do here is I can copy the shell, come here and execute it here to get a stable reverse shell basically. So I'll just type yes, and let's see if we have a reverse shell here. So yeah, we have a reverse shell. I can type ls, and we got a lot of stuff. So if I do pwd in this folder, I can go back 2 times and then ls, and we have the user flag, so we can cat it here. Okay, here is our user flag. So this question over here was user flag, you can enter. Now, this reversal on netcat is not the most stable reversal, and we know we have SSH open. We can see it by here. No, I have cleared it, but in the nmap scan we knew we have SSH open, and SSH is the most reliable shell you can get on a system. So we are gonna be trying to get SSH here. Now there are basically two ways you can get SSH. For example, LSLA, we have .ssh here. We can basically drop my ID RSA in this SSH to get access, but we know we have the port 80 open, so we can go to /var/www ls cdhtml ls. Whenever a website has some web service running, I always check www, and you should too. It's just like part of the CTF, you know. So I can cat dashboard.php here. So here we know we have a user Postgres and password for Postgres, so I can try to SSH there. SSH. This is our user Postgres @ our IP, and this is our password. So yes, our password. Okay, we have the user flag now, and eventually what we need to get is the root flag. We need to privilege our escalation. So what we can do now is sudo -l. When I want to do something related to privilege escalation, I just do sudo -l. Okay, and here we can edit this file using vim. So I can go to GTFO bins. GTFO bins is basically a website. It's like a collection. It has like a collection of things we can use to privilege our escalation. So we can run vi. Here is the thing we are gonna be looking at. So we can basically vi this file. So I can do sudo. Let me just copy this. And we need to enter this here to get our privilege escalation. So I can type up this, this thing is called a column, I suppose, and then set shell is equal to /bin /sh, and then type a column again and shell, and who am I? Yeah, now I'm root. So we have basically privileged our escalation, and now I can cd to root ls cat root.txt, and this is our root flag. So if I go to HackTheBox and answer the questions, what program can Postgres user run as root using sudo? So it was vi, and this is our root flag. So yeah, this was it for today's video. This was a very interesting CTF, I would say, and if you liked my video, please like it. I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye.